Welcome back to the show. It's Friday night. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Follow me on X at RuleXRP. As news develops, I try to get it out to you as quick as possible. And I have a couple of things for you. We're going to look at Paul Grewal with Coinbase. They have received some FOIA requests from the FDIC and banks. We're going to look at it. And we're also going to look at Ripple's third quarter XRP market report in detail. And we're going to have a good time. None of this is financial advice. I get the news out. Let's go ahead and get into it. Paul Grewal is the chief legal officer at Coinbase. And I'm going to read these 3 paragraphs to you. Then we're going to look at something. Slowly but surely, the picture is becoming clear. After we sued, the FDIC finally started giving us information related to our FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act request, about the pause letters it sent to financial institutions as part of Operation Chokepoint 2.0. In short, the context are a shameful example of a government agency trying to cut off financial access to law-abiding American companies. So far, we've uncovered more than 20 examples of the FDIC telling banks to pause or refrain from providing or not proceed with offering crypto banking services. The public deserves transparency, not an agency that's working behind a bureaucratic curtain. We don't have the full letters yet, but what we've seen so far speaks volumes. Take a look for yourself. In the meantime, we'll keep pushing to get clarity from our regulators through the FOIA request and by any other means necessary. Here is the documentation, Exhibit B. It is 20 pages. Here is the first document. March 11, 2022, the board of directors of a bank, FDIC Dallas Regional Office is where it's from. It says the letter is part of an ongoing dialogue between the bank and the FDIC in which the FDIC is seeking to obtain information about a proposed crypto asset product of the bank in order to assess potential safety and soundness and consumer protection risks that may be faced by the bank specifically in the banking industry sector as discussed in a report. The letter relates to the FDIC's received the bank's submission of information concerning a proposed new crypto asset product, describes the nature of the product proposed by the bank, and that it is intended for bank customers. You, me, everybody else. The letter further states that the FDIC has not yet made certain determinations about the type of activity and asked the bank to pause all crypto asset related activity. The letter states that the FDIC will provide notification when a determination of supervisory issues has been made. What's going on here? Stifling of technology. Elizabeth Warren, Gary Gensler, the FDIC, the SEC, the president, the banks. They don't want crypto. They're making a shit ton of money off of the cash if you have any in the bank. They're only giving you a measly 0.05% interest APY. It's criminal what these banks are doing. The FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Council, or whatever you want to call it. And it's a bunch of bullshit. But let's get excited. Here we go. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, gets this message out. It says the message from the market is clear. Institutional interest in XRP products is stronger than ever. Bitwise, Canary Funds, and 21 shares just this morning, 21 shares filed S1s for XRP ETFs, while Grayscale launched an XRP trust and filed to convert its multi-asset fund, including XRP, into an ETF. The SEC's war on crypto has lost battle after battle. Their continued disregard for the court's authority will further erode the SEC's credibility and reputation. Quarter 3 2024 XRP markets report. Bear with me. It is a lengthy report. But if you are a holder of XRP, if you are interested in knowing more about XRP, listen to it in its entirety. This is not financial advice. I am diversified into many dozen different digital assets, and XRP is my top holding. Not financial advice. I have to give that disclaimer. Here we go. Ripple publishes the quarter XRP markets report to provide transparency and updates on the company's views on the state of crypto markets and relevant XRP ledger and XRP related announcements. As an XRP holder, Ripple believes in proactive communication and transparency and urges others in the industry to foster open communication, build trust, and raise the bar industry-wide. Key highlights: XRP status as not a security remains the law of the land. Ripple filed its Form C in response to the SEC's appeal, which does not concern whether XRP is a security. Ongoing headwinds from the SEC suggest that its lawsuit against Ripple is a key factor impacting XRP's price. Institutional interest in XRP investment products continue on a very positive trajectory, with Bitwise, Canary, and 21 shares filing S1s for XRP ETFs. Leading issuer Grayscale launched an XRP trust and filed to convert a multi-coin fund that includes XRP into an ETF. Crypto market summary. Bear with me. There's a lot to tear down here. There's a lot of information. And let's go. Crypto market summary. Quarter 3, 2024 saw several factors impact market direction and sentiment, including macroeconomic forces, a long-awaited ETH ETF listing, and growing speculation related to the U.S. presidential election. The U.S. Federal Reserve cut rates by 50 basis points after a prolonged period of tightening. This has seemingly paved the way for several other central banks, namely China, Japan, Europe, and the UK, to follow suit with less restrictive policy. Risk assets, including cryptocurrencies, responded with Bitcoin price increasing over 10% and several altcoins rising by 50% in the following days after the announcement. In July, ETH ETFs made a landmark debut in the United States, with issuers like BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale entering the market. U.S. ETH ETFs have attracted $552 million so far, while U.S. Bitcoin ETFs has sustained impressive momentum, achieving a year-to-date inflow of $18.5 billion. In 2024, crypto ETFs have indisputably led the ETF space. Out of the 529 ETFs launched this year, BlackRock's IBIT and Fidelity's FBTC have captured top positions for highest inflows, notably among the top 50 ETFs by assets under management. 15 are now Bitcoin or ETH focused. With the court's decision in the SEC case against Ripple affirming that XRP is not and in itself a security, XRP and Bitcoin are still the only two tokens with regulatory clarity in the United States. I repeat, XRP and Bitcoin are still the only two tokens with regulatory clarity in the United States. Since the ruling, every U.S. exchange that delisted XRP has relisted it, and global exchanges have made progress on the conflation issue between Ripple and XRP, correcting listing XRP on their platforms. The CME launched an XRP reference price, and Bitnomial announced its intent to introduce an XRP futures product. Bitwise, Canary, and 21 shares filed S1s for XRP ETFs, while Grayscale launched an XRP trust and filed to convert its digital large cap fund containing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Avalanche into an ETF. These filings mark a pivotal moment, underscoring institutional interest and demand for new products, as XRP remains one of the top 10 assets by market cap. As publicly reported, Ripple has invested in Bitnomial. It has also indicated an interest in investing in Bitwise, Canary, and 21 shares products, as well as other exchange-traded products. ETFs are a significant access point for investors, especially institutions, to gain exposure to digital assets. They are an important maturation step in any event, including crypto, as they bring legitimacy and trust, which can attract more traditional financial players into the space, driving further adoption of cryptocurrencies. Lastly, crypto markets have been increasingly focused on the upcoming U.S. presidential election and its resulting impact on future U.S. crypto regulation. The influence of the crypto voting bloc could become crucial to candidates' chances of victory. With such narrow margins, voters invested in the future of crypto in the U.S., particularly in swing states, will likely play a decisive role in the outcome. The SEC lawsuit. XRP is not a security, remains the law of the land. On August the 7th, the judge issued a remedies order requiring Ripple to pay $125 million for certain historic unregistered sales of XRP to sophisticated third-party institutions. The amount is significantly lower than the unprecedented $2 billion in fines and penalties that the SEC had requested. There were no findings or allegations of fraud or recklessness against Ripple, or findings that anyone suffered any financial harm. On October the 2nd, the SEC indicated its intent to appeal the court's ruling that certain historical distributions of XRP by Ripple were securities. Importantly, the SEC appeal is not about whether XRP in it or of itself is a security. The court made that crystal clear when it ruled in Ripple's favor in July of 2023. It stated unequivocally that XRP by itself is not a security, and the SEC is not appealing that ruling. While the SEC's decision to appeal other decisions was disappointing, it was not surprising given the agency's ongoing war on crypto with Gary Gensler at the top. On October 24th, Ripple filed its Form C outlining the issues the company plans to raise in its cross appeal. Considering that the parties are appealing the court's order, Ripple placed the $125 million allocation for remedies in an escrow account. The appeal and cross-appeal briefing will stretch through the first half of 2025, followed by an argument before the appellate court, likely in fall of 2025, and a final ruling from the court thereafter. So in other words, at the end of next year. Regulatory developments. Crypto remained a key issue in the upcoming U.S. elections, with a wave of crypto-friendly lawmakers poised to usher in new bipartisan group of industry-friendly lawmakers across the House and Senate. The Washington Post reported that Fairshake, a PAC funded by the crypto industry, has spent more than $134 million this election cycle. Both Trump and Harris have made public comments regarding their stance on crypto, signaling openness to collaborating with innovative technologies in the crypto industry. Crypto advocate John Deaton secured the Republican nomination in Massachusetts, backed by figures like Brad Garlinghouse, Brian Armstrong, and Elon Musk. Ripple remains committed to supporting leaders who champion innovation in blockchain and crypto. The SEC's inconsistent and erratic enforcement caused further regulatory confusion in the industry. OpenSea received a Wells notice from the SEC indicating potential legal action over claims that NFTs traded on its platform are securities. Additionally, the SEC sued Cumberland DRW alleging that it has operated an unregistered securities as an unregistered securities dealer. At the same time, the SEC finally admitted regret over using its invented term crypto asset security, acknowledging it caused confusion while claiming that it was not meant to suggest that a digital token itself was a security. SEC Commissioner Mark Ueda slammed the agency's crypto policy as a disaster, stating that guidance around what is and is not a security is unclear. Commissioner Ueda's and purse often vote for more progressive crypto policy moves. Meanwhile, in Q3, several crypto companies sued the SEC, citing the regulator for overreach and complete disregard for the law. Bitnomial challenged the SEC's authority over its XRP future contracts, arguing the SEC wrongly classified XRP as a security and claims its product must be regulated by both the SEC and the CFTC. In addition, Crypto.com sued the SEC after receiving a Wells notice in August, disputing claims that the platform tokens like Solana and ADA qualified as securities, arguing the SEC is unlawfully expanding its jurisdiction. The company also petitioned both the SEC and CFTC to confirm that certain crypto derivatives fall solely under CFTC regulation commodities. Lastly, Operation Chokepoint 2.0 made headlines following another enforcement action by the current administration. The U.S. Federal Reserve issued a cease and desist order to United Texas Bank, citing significant deficiencies in its risk management systems, particularly related to its crypto client dealings. This marked the second recent action against a crypto-friendly bank, following a similar order against Customers Bancorp. In contrast to the United States, many jurisdictions globally continue to embrace crypto and have clarified any regulatory ambiguity and seeking to help the industry grow and thrive within their borders. In APAC, Japan has reportedly set to review its crypto regulations, potentially lowering taxes on digital assets and enabling domestic funds to invest in tokens. South Korea's Financial Services Commission may also reconsider its ban on crypto ETFs, indicating a shift away from strict opposition to digital asset exposure in traditional financial markets. Additionally, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority published its conclusions following a consultation on a stablecoin regulatory regime. The regulator is now working on an implementing bill for fiat-referenced stablecoins, which will be tabled before the city-states legislative council later this year. In the Middle East, the UAE continues to position itself as a blockchain and crypto-friendly jurisdiction. Ripple received in-principle approval from the Dubai Financial Services Authority to expand its payment solutions from the Dubai International Financial Center, making it the first blockchain-enabled payment services provider licensed by the DFSA. Furthermore, the UAE has retroactively exempted crypto transactions from value-added tax (VAT) since January 2018, aligning the industry with traditional financial services. Deep dive, XRP markets. Here we go. For this report, Ripple uses market metrics from public sources including CC Data, Bloomberg, and Refinitiv Icon. Taking a look at XRP markets in quarter 3, XRP volumes were elevated as average daily volumes were 600 to 700 million on top tier exchanges. The XRP Bitcoin ratio increased 27% over quarter 3. This is particularly significant during a time when Bitcoin dominance also increased steadily, with a total rise of 3% during the quarter. Chart 1. XRP realized volatility increased during the first half of quarter 3 2024, peaking in mid-August at more than double, exceeding 110% due to the wide price swing from 40 US cents to 65 cents. The second half of the quarter saw a more range-bound price movement, with realized volatility declining to around 60%. Major token prices and volume. USD prices and average trading volume reflects daily trading activity for the USD and stablecoin pairs on top-tier exchanges as measured by CC Data. Bitcoin, 60,000, Ethereum, 2,300, XRP, 52 cents, Binance Coin, 570, ADA, 34.402, Solana, 139. It shows the 7-day average, 30-day, 90-day, 365-day average. Chart 2, XRP spot exchange volume. Traded volumes remain higher compared to the preceding 2 quarters, with large volumes observed on Binance, Bybit, and Upbit. Notably, the first half of the third quarter saw substantial volumes averaging $750 million daily before stabilizing in the second half and then picking up again in the final days of September. Chart 3, XRP spot exchange volume share percentage. Similar to the first half of the year, XRP volume distribution across exchanges remained relatively constant throughout the third quarter. Binance, Bybit, and Upbit accounted for well over 65% of the total traded volume, with a slight decline in Binance's share, minus 3 percentage points compared to quarter 2, and an increase on Crypto.com, plus 6 percentage points compared to quarter 2. Pretty technical for me. Chart 4, spot traded volume. The percentage of volume traded through fiat pairs increased from 10% in quarter 2 to 14% in quarter 3. The majority of XRP trading activity continues to be against USDT, US dollar tethered. The state of the XRP ledger. Expanding programmability on the XRP ledger. Ripple and the broader XRP community announced their commitment to introduce advanced programmability, including smart contracts, to the XRP Ledger developer ecosystem. Programmability on the XRP Ledger will improve through two key developments: the introduction of native smart contract capabilities on the XRP Ledger mainnet and the XRP Ledger Ethereum Virtual Machine (EVM) sidechain, which is already underway. Native smart contract features. The main pathway for adding programmability to the XRPL is through the amendment process, which requires over 80% of validators to agree, since it's totally decentralized. Features added through this process are integrated natively into the entire network, ensuring the security, performance, and stability of the overall network. The XRPL EVM sidechain. This sidechain allows developers to deploy smart contracts quickly without the need for network-wide agreement. This development is already in progress, led by partner PeerSys, and will use Axelar as the bridge to enable cross-chain transitions with the XRPL mainnet and over 55 blockchains. Existing smart contract standards such as hooks from XRPL Labs have already laid an important foundation for programmability on the XRP Ledger. In collaboration with the community, Ripple will evaluate the best way to meet these requirements on mainnet and publish an XLS proposal for broader community review. Ripple USD, the stablecoin. Ripple announced its initial exchange partners and advisory board for Ripple USD, RLUSD. Through strategic partnerships, RLUSD will be available globally for institutions and users worldwide on global exchanges and platforms including Uphold, Bitstamp, Bitso, MoonPay, Independent Reserve, CoinMinna, and Bullish. Leading market makers such as B2C2 and KeyRock will support the liquidity of RLUSD, driving broader adoption across markets. So right now, USDT, Tether, is the number one stablecoin. How much of the market is Ripple USD going to take on top of the XRP Ledger and the Ethereum blockchain once it goes live? In addition, RLUSD is one of the few stablecoins issued under a New York Trust Company charter, ensuring rigorous oversight and regulation. Ripple has assembled an advisory board including former Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation Chair Sheila Bair, former Center Consortium CEO David Puth, and Ripple co-founder and executive chairman Chris Larson to provide strategic guidance on regulatory, financial, and operational aspects to support RLUSD's stability and growth in the market. It also fosters relationships with key stakeholders to enhance market confidence and promote best practices within the stablecoin landscape. On-chain activity. On-chain activity rebounded from the dip in May and June, with the number of successful transactions more than doubling compared to quarter two. However, despite the increase in activity, much of it involves small volume transactions, so total on-chain volume did not see a significant rise. The uptick was primarily driven by microtransactions, less than 1 XRP, which appeared to be part of the spam messaging campaign. Despite a drop in decentralized exchange volume, the total value locked, TVL, in automated market makers grew significantly, doubling from 8.5 million to 16.2 million automated market makers. The most notably TVL increase were seen in the crypto/XRP crypto land and MAG XRP magnetic pools. Here's the on-chain activity, quarter two, quarter three, quarter to quarter, and Ripple's XRP holdings. Ripple reports information about its XRP holdings at the beginning of the quarter and the last day of the quarter. Its holdings fall into two categories: XRP that is currently has available in its wallets, and XRP that is subject to on-ledger escrow lockups that will be released each month over the next 42 months. For this latter category, Ripple does not have access to the XRP unless the escrow releases it to Ripple on a monthly basis. The remaining XRP release is put back into escrow at the end of each month. The escrow each month is 1 billion XRP. Note, from time to time, Ripple supports or transfers to third parties such as ETPs, trust, and other investments XRP that Ripple reasonably expects to maintain in its holdings. When doing so, a reduced amount of XRP may be returned to escrow that month unless Ripple expects such XRP to enter the broader market through, for example, further transfers to third parties, that XRP is included in XRP held by Ripple. June the 30th, 2024. Total XRP held by Ripple, 4,682,000. Total XRP subject on ledger escrow, 39,500,000,000. September 30th, 2024. Total XRP held by Ripple, 4,436,000,000. And total XRP subject on ledger escrow is 38,900,000,000. This pretty much sums it up. I mean, Ripple has been transparent since day one. They're transparent each quarter. They are doing everything legally. The SEC is fighting Ripple. The SEC cannot stand it that Ripple has been doing the right thing, has the right lawyers, has the right people, has the right chairman, has the right board, and they're still trying to get another million or 100 million or 500 million or a billion or whatever they're trying to get out of Ripple. But you know what? The XRP ledger, XRP, Ripple is just one of the many companies that is going to be using XRP. Developers out there are building different ecosystems on top of the XRP ledger. So be patient, people. There's a lot of things going on. I know many of you out there are discouraged. We got the elections coming up. We got all kind of trash and garbage being shared on social media. Just keep some positive thoughts in your head, because I really truly believe that by the end of this year, early next year, we're going to see some amazing things happen to our portfolios. My name is James Rule XRP. Have a good evening. And guess what? I told you so.